Alrighty. Alrighty. I think that's enough dilly-dallying. Enough beating around the bush. Enough, enough chilling on the music. Oh, I hope these don't just kill your guys' ears. I'm gonna turn these down, like, just in case. Because I didn't realize these were up so high. Like, what the F? Yeah, if you couldn't tell... Oh, no. Couldn't tell, I was messing around with my audio quite a bit, and it sure it's hard to get all three synced up. I gotta work with it, especially since I was messing with everything earlier. So now it's all discombobulated. And, oh well. Anyway, welcome. Anybody that's gonna listen now is listening in the future and is actually interested. I appreciate you coming by. I gained a few subscribers. I appreciate all of you that came by. As you can tell, compared to my my previous, we're gonna turn that. I'll turn it down to like 1. Keep it in the background. Compared to my previous video, I sound a lot more peachy and energetic, probably because I'm on like the tail end of like Dayquil, and I have like energy. I've been kind of upbeat. I've been able to like, I was able to wash up my work clothes so I can actually go into work tomorrow and stay the fuck away from everybody, hopefully. What's going on, brother man? How you been? I still kind of feel like dog shit, like I'm under the weather. I have orange juice, which I got a quick story about in a second, but it's like saturated with ice. I don't feel so hot. I'm just like, ugh. I am so tired. I've been so tired, and I'm like, I don't want to take too much medicine, mainly because I don't know what I have. So I'm just sort of like super lethargic, and I took some Dayquil, and it actually like got me going. I'm glad. Good to hear that, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing good. Uh, that's awesome. Uh, oh, hey. I was wondering if the chat here actually worked. I gotta put something over here so that it actually shows up. Not that sick. I'm, I'm more just like tired all the time. I don't know what it has been, and I, I don't know. Like I haven't had really a cough. I've been kind of just sort of when I oh excuse me when I walk around and such. Uh, I get kind of winded, but I'm not that bad, and I'm more just sort of like, blech, I don't want to be up right now, and it's not even like it's not depression or anything. It's just sort of like, and uh, I don't know if I said it in the video that I posted. I'll have to go back and look at it, I guess. But it basically, I was just like, the weather changed from. Said it in the video that I posted. I'll have to go back and look like winter to basically summer and then back to winter here. And Friday, I had the windows open. It was super nice. I had the windows open in my house in Ohio. It was pretty damn nice. And then it changed, and I was just sort of like cruddy. If I start snorting a bunch, that's gonna be why. Uh, that's definitely gonna be why. It's like I just got like the crud, and so the orange juice. I went to the store. I was like, hey, I know I should get some like fresh oranges, but I'm just gonna get some orange juice. The highest amount of sugars that I found per serving. Can I do a puking video? Uh, when I feel better, all right, I'll do a puking video. Like, tell you what, if I get a negative COVID test, I'll because I have one on Monday, at some point. If I get a negative COVID test, I'll do a puking video. I'll make myself throw up or something. Here, better yet, I'll watch this guy, I don't know, cook some food, which I was gonna watch the video that I watched actual Jake comment on earlier, and I just thought about it. I was like, pretty much said he said everything from a better perspective, so I'd kind of just be stealing what I'd be stealing, but the review one of his disgraces of a cooking videos, yeah, cooking reviews or what the fuck he calls them. But yeah, when I feel better, cause like yeah, it takes a lot of energy out of me, man. I don't want to just do it. Not now. The video is like 10 years old almost. What else was I gonna say? Oh, so the orange juice. So the lowest amount of sugar that I could find per serving was 10 grams, and that's what I bought. 10 grams of sugar, which is a decent amount, and it's really sweet. I've got a lot of ice in there. It's watered down for me, and the highest amount. I didn't even look at the Sunny D because I know Sunny D is just like sugar water. The highest amount was found was like 27 grams. I couldn't imagine drinking that after drinking this. Like, how did I drink orange juice without like fresh oranges to juice? I don't know. I don't know. That may sound pretentious. It's not like I drink it all the time or anything, but like, it's so sweet. Vitamin C, and I probably have scurvy. That's probably what it is. You want to get in some videos? Can you see the tabs at the top? How's my audio? Pause this. since you're the since you're the first viewer, Mr. Davis. Yeah. Go ahead and pick a tab. We can go with Lord of Clocks, Lord of Cringe, Lord of a lot of other things he's been called. Some catty ass women. Brett Keane. We can stomp the Goomba first, or we can check in on the Young Conservative Brothers, and then go ahead and you can give a request if you want. I'll look at whatever you feel like, as long as it's like not something wild, something against the TOS. Yeah, drop frames, yada yada yada. My computer and internet are pieces of shit. Young Conservative Brothers. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. So last time, man, my throat is kind of. I'm gonna maybe go get just like a straight up glass of ice water, because my throat is a little sore. Young Conservative Brothers. So I looked at this one last time. I'm wondering how they're getting away with this, because it seems like they're just posting news stories from Newsmax or
produced you senior legal
yeah, this is like Newsmax. Yeah, it is.
Obviously a disappointment.
I know it's Newsmax because everything is really poorly done. So when this thing here is called a lower third, and it's called a lower third because it is in the lower third of your horizontal boxes of thirds in the rule of thirds. And it has these really garish colors, like this pale red, this, and I don't know, how would you call this blue? I don't know, blue, and like stark white and everything, and it just points to like poor production, like low quality production. So I'm gonna skip through this just in case, because last time I streamed for like a couple hours and they straight up YouTube was like, hey, community guideline strike, because I guess I played too much of what was it, 5-minute crafts, I think, which I'm pretty sure I played like almost the entire video, but I commented through. It's a very popular thing. It's YouTube, whatever. Here we go. If this is the whole clip, then I'm wondering how they're
ignoring the rules.
Appointments of President Trump that did not side with him here.
How do they get away with this?
Stands for. I think that they should
I know how they get away with it. Well, at least with Newsmax. With Newsmax,
absolutely. And the last question for you, because I know you're very busy, and I know the whole team's going to go back and huddle.
Let's see what she is. It's kind of not really important what they have to say, because it's really not. It's not relevant. Tomorrow is the Electoral College's certification. So if unless the Supreme Court is willing to hear something within the next 4 hours and 16 minutes, I don't really think anything's gonna come of this. So, but I kind of understand why and how they can do this in particular with the Newsmax, is because Newsmax is a growing. So at work I like bumped into the crane, so I have this scab on my head that I peeled off, and I'm gonna have to itch it a lot because it really itches. It's all like the skin growing back on my head. It sucks. But anyway, Newsmax doesn't have the resources to go after young conservative brothers. Something with the power like Fox or CNN or something like that has. CNN could dump $1,000 into some dude for a day to just go through and flag the most current videos that are like this or that show this particular footage and get rid of them. Newsmax can't do that. They make a decent amount of money, but just not enough. So this is just a straight up. It's a straight up just clip. I already went over this one. I hope yes, it was 3s. Need more ice. Need more ice. Pick the next one. You're the. I'm gonna go through a couple of these videos, but think about it. Pick the next one because you're the only viewer right now. Mr. Davis.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the voting numbers.
All right. These are in my original affidavit. We were looking. It was early days, and we were only looking at the number of voting
I'm gonna
records.
Speed it up
where
quite a bit.
Vote was cast.
1.5.
No record that it had ever been returned.
Grimace.
Since that time, there's been a lot of work
Grimace.
done.
Bruh. How do you mean? Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Ugh. Dinner wants to come up, I guess.
By some guys that we've
I had
worked
some
with.
good dinner. I had what was it? Barbecue pulled beef with roasted seasoned potatoes and steamed broccoli that I made myself. Because I am self-reliant by force, basically. started when I
And they've been able to identify a whole
put
host
not
of
quite
problems.
this
And
hat
they've done
on.
that using Secretary of State records. They were dated 10-4. Those were the latest ones. They've cross-referenced some of these things with, for instance, ERIC, which is the Electronic Registration and Information Center, or the National Change of Address Database, or the DPS database. So over here is sort of what they used in order to determine these things. And they found that on the Secretary of State record, there's about 66,247 mail-in ballots that apparently are being cast by underage voters.
I got a question. All right, let's you want to do some math? So let me see. Let's see. U.S. Alright. President. Can I be the president? Sorry, it's a little dark over here. I have a black keyboard too. Is that a threat? Are you ready for Christmas, motherfucker? No, I was playing Fallout earlier. So I got the hunting shotgun on my mind. I was blowing away some fiends or raiders or whatever the hell they call them. U.S. election for president. What is it? Okay. So let's do some math. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Calculator, sentient being. Let's look at this thing. Oh, Donald Trump. Okay, so watch this. 8 1 0 0 9 4 6 8 minus. You ready for this? Ready for this? 7 4 1 1 1. Looks like a monster can to me. Would you say? I would say. I'd look at it a little more closely, man. It looks like the mark of the beast. 4696. All you gotta do. Hey, he pushes these lawsuits. They change that that 9 to a 6, because that's kind of the way it's been going. Like when he lost in Wisconsin, so that's kind of the way it's going. This is looking weird. I don't know. 419. Uh-oh. You just need one more vote. We'll be there. Equals. Okay. So, and their calculation was 460,000. So, okay, equals. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We gotta go back. We gotta go back, because I don't know how to work the calculator. 8, 1, 0, 0, 9, 4, 6, 8, minus. Oh, mark of the beast. 7, 4, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 9 equals. Alright, then minus. What was it? 460,000? 4, 6, equals. So, as you can see, basically, Joe Biden won by about 6 million. So the difference between, let's see, equals, hold on, 4 plus 460 equals. So the difference between 6,438,049 votes and 460,000 votes. It's about 6 million votes. So you're gonna have to make that one up in the long run. They're champs. Oh Jesus. Yeah, this is just another. They're just posting other people's stuff because they can't post their regular stuff. The old videos that they have. Oops. Control Shift T. That's how you. Watching any movies? I honestly don't watch a lot of movies. I used to watch a ton of movies, but I don't know. So let me wait for this to load. So I used to watch a lot of movies because of, like, you know, who I was with, or because I was a lot more interested in them. And I went from DVDs were a luxury and the theater was where it's at, to DVDs are $5 at Walmart, and I have that kind of expendable income. And yeah, I have a shitload of DVDs. Trust me, I have more movies than you have seen in your life. And then I went up to, like, streaming and stuff like that. Now I can get DVD, or I can get movies. I can get the movies that I want, or the content that I want, on demand so often, or semi on demand. Like, I gotta download it for hours so often that it honestly doesn't matter. I could watch what is interesting to me or the person I want to watch it with at that time. And, you know, I think the last the last movie that I watched was last movie that I watched, I think, was Detective Pikachu, and I was not really impressed. I watched a couple shows. Ooh, excuse me. I watched some shows, like Egretsuko is alright. I slammed the first 2 seasons, like, instantly. Forensic Files, of course, and stuff like that. But I mostly have to be watching it like with somebody. I gotta be interested in it and be able to talk about it with somebody. So that's kind of where like I'm at. What about you? I I'm not a big theater guy, mainly because I don't like being around a lot of people, and the theater is gross, and I have a projector and sound system, and it's ghetto but pretty fucking sweet. So it's just, plus I can cook, so dinner's free. Anyway, so I'm gonna skip off of these guys just because they can't provide any more content. They can't do anything because they can't talk about anything but election fraud. That's where they built their base of their channel, and I don't think they can come up with enough ideas for content, not necessarily production, but like content in general, without just straight up stealing it from somebody else. So we may not see a whole lot of the young conservative brothers here. Hang on one second, sorry. Wait, there it is. There we go. I want to give myself a little light. We may not see much of the young conservative brothers for a little bit. Let's see if they can regroup and figure this one out. Real quick, we're gonna look at Brett Keane. If oh, where's he at? Oh dang it. Oh no, don't do that. Do not do that. Sorry, I grabbed something on Streamlabs screen, not the correct one. Hold on, let me see if I can. Give me $50. I don't know. That's how we'll do it. I can undo the dark theme if I'm too dark on this on camera. Let me know. Have you been watching any movies lately? Let's see. All right, let me let me know. You got viewer's choice. Brett Keane, we're there. We can check out these slants, and then we got Lord of Clocks over here, man. It's called Dead Air for a reason. It's 'cause there's nothing on the air. I have like the ass end of a little cartridge, and it hurts me. And it's just like a little CBD. Unfuck my back, please. Like, all it does is undo the damage of me laying in bed for the last I don't know, 3-4 days. Alright. You ain't gonna type? I ain't gonna listen. I'm gonna do me. So, I kind of want to get into these fools real quick, just because this lady is a real catty bitch. It's hilarious. We're gonna get into a couple of their videos. So,
from Visual Merchandising here at Hallmark, and she's going to show us how to make these amazing citronella torches out of recycled bottles. Okay, so Lauren, today you've got a whole collection of tequila bottles. Tell us about how you choose a bottle for this project.
Well, for me, it's quite easy because I love tequila. So I tend to have a lot of empty tequila bottles around the house. But you can use whatever you want. If you're a bourbon drinker.
Old girl gets smashed. You're gonna notice some themes when we go through a couple of these videos, and we're gonna focus on them for a little bit, since we're about 30 minutes in. We're going to focus on these two for just a little bit. And then, I think the last thing we're going to do is, like, and we're going to hit the bar and, like, smash Brett Keane. But you're gonna see the dynamic between these two is, like, it's a certain kind of individual, let's just say.
If you're a scotch drinker, whatever.
I'm a wine drinker.
Yep.
Wine bottles.
Wine bottles I may be a little careful with, just because they're tall and they could tip over a little bit easier. I like something a little bit
Lower center of gravity.
Oh. Lower center of gravity, so I gotta fucking agree with you. Actually, center of gravity more relies on, like, the amount of liquid that you put in the bottle, because if it's completely full, then it's concentrated, like in the center. But if it's less full, it's concentrated on the bottom. If it's more full, it's, well, maybe, I don't know, I feel like it'd be more concentrated on the bottom, but it'd be more of a hazard the more shit you put in it. But, yeah, she was not talking about, she was like, oh yeah, wine bottles don't really work. Just watch this.
Gravity here,
Squatty,
a little more
squatty
sturdy.
bottle. Yep.
Okay, great. So let's get started. So we've got our bottles.
And then what you need is a little.
We've been debating on what to call these things.
I
It's a
think they're
metal
called
thing.
fittings. I
Okay.
think the tech.
Y'all want to hear something sexist but true? Ask your husband. I'm sure he knows. Because these two, they don't know. And part of the reason I know is because of Jenny Nicholson. When I found this video, and she was like, that's a coupling. And when they called it, what did they call it?
Technical name. So you go to your local hardware store and you ask the gentleman where the fittings are.
You bring your bottle with.
A fitting. Okay, a fitting will actually, no, that's not a fitting. Fittings like they fit onto something. You, like, connect really securely to things. So, like, what would a fitting be? It's hard to describe it, but I would, fitting would be more like a threaded device, I guess you could say. Let's just say that, like, a spigot would be more like a fitting, okay? This, what they're describing, it's actually a coupling. I guess it says in the comments somewhere. It says it's a coupling, and it is. And what they're using is basically a piece of copper pipe, and it's fluted at one end, and it's basically meant to go from a smaller pipe to a larger pipe. Probably not from a larger pipe to a smaller pipe, and that might be to relieve some kind of pressure, because if you go from smaller to larger, you're going to relieve whatever pressure is in the smaller pipe, if that's where you need to get through. So if that's like the smallest hole you can bore through whatever to get your gas line or your plumbing or anything like that, like your hot water line, to get through and actually expand and not explode when it, comes into a different pressurized area or something like that. I'm kind of talking out of my ass, but, like, that makes a whole lot more sense if you look at these things than what they're actually talking about.
And I totally bring my bottle.
And what they're talking about is some catty ass bullshit.
I always have
Okay.
them in my pocket.
You bring your bottle with you.
Not always, but I do for this.
Okay.
And
Wait,
I take them
watch
in,
this.
and then I just go to their fitting department and I start putting them in. And
Can you guys see, like, what this looks
You won't go to the fitting department. You'll go to the plumbing department, actually. These are copper fittings. Copper couplings. To be more specifics. Wow, fuck me. So yeah, you would, and these are actually pretty goddamn expensive. So 2 of these probably run you like between $10 and $15, I would say. I'd say 10 on the
Looks
better
like
end.
they look like huge giant screws to me, and there's like some copper fittings as well.
But the difference is it has a small part and then a wider
More
part at top.
fittings.
So that's so it doesn't fall into the bottle. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Like this one. Too big. We won't use that one. So this worked perfect, right?
Okay.
That's very perfect. And this one is perfect for that. So any fitting will do. It doesn't. There's no special kind. We even have these little.
What about material? Does that actually matter? Because I would say if you were to put that smaller copper fitting in, I'm going to use their terms. If you're no, I'm not going to use their terms. Fuck these two shelves. So, if you were to put that copper coupling into here and it were to just fit and it were to heat up enough, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna expand and it'll probably break. And that could be a catastrophic break, or it could just be like, or it could break and then the wick could just fall into a bunch of flaming liquid, which I'm sure someone's insurance, your husband's insurance secures. Like, get real. Well, this is a studio, so but if you were to do this in real life, if they were to, then yeah.
Guys for the baby bottle. How
Okay.
cute is that? Right?
Excuse me.
All right. So once you have your fitting, then you need a wick, and the wicks come packaged just like this, or
I don't know why they didn't do anything with the baby bottle. Wait. Actually, I do kind of see. Wait.
for the baby bottle. How
Okay.
cute is that? Right? Okay. All right. So once you have your fitting,
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought it just like fell into there, but it actually went in kind of nicely.
then you need a wick, and the wicks come packaged just like this, or there's several different kinds. You can get them at a local hardware store, or you can get them at online, really anywhere you want. And they're a replacement for the regular tiki torches. So
You don't make them yourselves, okay?
So you've got to cut your wick or make it fit.
yeah, so you want to make sure you measure it because you don't.
Yo, Rosalita, how do you use my shit because I don't pay you enough? I'm pretty sure this is exactly how that went down when she walked out onto her ranch and was like, "Hey, they told me I gotta do a production with this really catty other woman. How do I do it?"
Don't want it
And they
too
were like,
long. If you
"Oh,
have too
this
much
is how we
showing,
light
then
our
you're
house
going to have a
that
big
you-
old torchy flame, which
you
we
know,
do not
let us
want.
build
We
on
want
your
the little guy. So
land."
we're just going to kind of eyeball it and cut it.
Like, how far do you want it above the fitting?
Okay, first of all, too easy. No, do not cut the wick straight across. Hold on. I told you this shit was sugared. Do not cut the wick straight across. Bevel it, alright? The reason you want to bevel it is because if you light the smaller end, it'll burn easier and it'll burn over the larger end, which burns downward, and it'll like actually pull everything up. It'll work a lot better than cutting it like this. So bevel your
Just a
wicks.
little
Just a
tiny
bit.
baby, like a quarter-inch, I say.
Scientific measure.
Unless you're, Muslim. I don't know.
Measuring.
Yeah.
They do that
Once you
back
do that,
well
you're
first.
going to fold it over a little bit just to make it fit, and it's better if it goes in the
Hi,
wider
Susan.
part first. A little bit easier. And then you
Yeah.
just push them in, about like that far. Not even, right?
It's got to go like that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. And then you just set it in your bottles. And
What the heck? I think
I actually kind of like that synchronicity. That was pretty cool. Let's watch that again. Let's watch them, like, fail sex ed and then
that.
yeah,
put it in the hole.
that's
Okay.
good. And then you just set it in your bottles. And
What the heck? I think didn't even come close.
it's an art. We'll,
Wait a minute.
We'll just keep chopping
How did I get that far off?
because the
You know what would be easier is actually if you put the wick in and then put the coupling down the wick into the bottle and then cut your wick at a bevel, and you'd be a lot more golden. Also, if you want a brighter flame, maybe well, if you want a brighter flame, you'll flail it at the top, and if you I guess maybe if you want a taller flame, I wonder if this would work. If you want a taller flame, like flail it at the bottom, so when you put it in there, it soaks up a ton of stuff at the bottom and pushes it up to like some tall, ominous flame. That'd be pretty cool. Man, why am I better at this than these? I was gonna say professionals, but
The bottom of
Are
the
we
bottle
there?
has a little
Are we
bit
there
of
yet?
bump in it.
Are we?
Oops.
Do over.
Do over. There. Perfect, right?
That's terrible. It's way too low. You can't work with each other, so neither of you measured first and you cut twice.
Okay.
You're just so goddamn willing to get out of there
Citronella. You can
that
buy
you'll
any
cut
kind you
anything.
want. I prefer a clean burn just because I don't like all that big
And it
black
says
heavy
clean
smoke.
burn on this bottle here.
It
You
really
can't read
does.
that.
Clean burn, plant based. So
Okay.
What does
then
that
you're just
mean,
gonna
though?
take your little guy out, put your deal, and you don't need to fill it all the way. And also, if you don't want to fill it all the way, if you don't want to use that much fuel, you can put marbles or
Something
Just
else
take your
rocks
little
in there,
guy
something
out.
that's not
to boost it up.
Yeah.
And you just need enough in there to
Just take your little guy out, pour a little liquid in there, and slide it in,
To
and
draw
go
up
to town,
into the
light
wick?
things
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
Does this smell?
Not bad.
Because it's clean. Smells.
First of all, you're doing it indoors. Second of all, you never went to a chemistry course because at no point would at any point no, don't jam your face into anything that could be caustic that you don't know what it is. You waft it. Everybody knows to waft. Why can't you waft? Waft it in your face. Be like, get a little smell of that. Oh, that's a little. It smells a little like corn. That's wild. Oh, that's because it's 100% ethyl alcohol. I didn't use isopropyl alcohol because that's used in hospitals more often than in the home. So I wanted to reserve it because of coronavirus. How is that so hard? What is wrong with you people? Oh, wait, that's 2016. Okay, fuck you. My point still stands.
Better than tequila.
Wow.
I
To
don't
each
like
their
tequila.
own. To each their own.
Lauren just like
It's better than tequila. Fair enough. Like I'm on her side, but I'm also on her side because I know that was just a shit talk at Lauren or whatever.
likes
her
tequila
name
because
is.
it's low carb.
Yeah, Lauren.
That too. It's delicious. All right, so then you just set it in here.
Oh. Ooh. Hold on.
That too. It's delicious. All right, so then you,
Because it's clean. Smells better than tequila.
wow.
I
To
don't
each
like
their
tequila.
own. To each their own.
Lauren just likes tequila because it's low carb.
That
Ooh. I'll take Lauren. She has a better personality. Yeah, my chauvinistic ass is showing. My misogyny is showing. But Maggie or whatever the fuck your name is, you don't have shit on Lauren. She's pretty damn great. Also, she knows how to party because she has tequila bottles all over her house. And hey, Lauren, I do landscaping for
too.
a fee.
It's delicious. All right, so then you just set it in here. Done.
And do you need to let these
Yeah, and
sit for a
it's too
second?
short. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to another one. Man, I broke the seal earlier, so not the citronella torch. This one was redonk. The cocktails. Oh, I should have gone to the Crown Studios. Oh.
Hi
hope
guys,
y'all
I'm here
heard
with my
that.
friend Lauren, who works here at Hallmark in visual merchandising, and she's here to show us how to create 3 creepy cocktails for your next Halloween party.
Sorry, I had to do that for me.
Okay, Lauren, so share with us your first idea.
Okay, well, this is a punch idea, and punches are great for parties because you don't have to mix cocktails.
Don't do cooking videos off the cuff. It's really not great. Like, you're gonna fuck things up. That's why no cooking video is ever done off the cuff. It's also it's always done pre-production. We're about to see.
All night long, you know, that's a big drag at your own party. So I made this punch, and it's beautiful, delicious autumn punch. It's got pumpkin puree in it, Captain Morgan's, a few other amazingly delicious ingredients.
And if
Wonder
you
which
want Lauren's
production
recipe, we'll have it in the
assistant actually
description, so
made
check
that
it out.
punch.
Right, and so all you need is a punch and some dry ice. So you get this at the grocery store. It's in a separate cooler all
Is
by
it the
itself.
same one that
So I take
scheduled
the
your
bag and I
haircut?
take a hammer and I smash it into little chunks,
Okay.
Hair
and then
dressing.
I just have it ready to go. So here is the first piece, and it's just going to go. Is that amazing? I love that.
How long will that last?
Oh,
It's spilling
it's
everywhere.
spilling a little bit, but maybe
So
don't
you
fill
will
your.
Maybe we should learn a few things about volume, because that dry ice is a hell of a lot denser than that our liquid punch, what we got on the table. So oh goodness, it's spilling. We might have to ask our barely paid, if paid at all, intern to pick everything up. Oh good lord, good NordVPN, please sponsor me. That'd be sweet. I'm trying to swear less. Anyway, on to our volume lesson. So,
You want to maybe
Punch bowl so
not
Sorry,
fill your punch
sorry.
bowl so
I'm
full
clicking too
or
much.
have it on a surface that if it spills over, it's not going to hurt something.
Spilling that much, just a few little
It's
drips.
spilling.
It's
well,
spilling.
actually, what you should
So
do
then-
is understand that the amount of volume that you're putting in is greater than the volume or is greater than the volume in the bowl, but it's in a different state of matter, so it's going to react differently, and it will need room in order to create that reaction. So perhaps you should not do
Put
this
one tiny little cube, and you
extemporaneously.
can kind of experiment with how much you need. And then you put this one in.
Are we gonna
Also,
drink
this is like,
Uh,
they said
yeah.
take
Here's
any
this one.
punch.
Cheers.
it? Should we drink it?
It's kind of
Really?
foamy, but it's not.
Is there
More
ice in the
smoky.
room?
It's right. It's actually
Anyway,
really good.
great. Yeah,
It's
I
really
love
good.
it.
Okay, idea number 2.
Okay, this is one of my favorites. I don't know if I said that the last time, but this
Weird.
one actually really is
I didn't
one of my
even
favorites.
understand
So,
this one when
martini
I watched
glass.
it the
Okay,
first
any
time.
cocktail you want in it, it makes no difference. But
Oh,
what I
excuse me.
have here is Caro syrup. You buy it at the grocery store, and this is red food coloring. Just mix it together, right? Put in a little plate.
So I don't know if you can see, it's pretty thick.
It's very. So you take your
Oh, it's
glass.
congealed.
It's
It's
like
blood,
margarita.
and it's going to be creepy. And you could do this with kids' glasses too. I mean, they love it because it's a
But it
sweet.
doesn't have to be a martini glass. It could be anything.
Yes.
Or do you need the martini for it to run down that way?
Snoz.
I like a martini glass because
Sneeze.
then it doesn't get sticky on your fingers. Isn't it cool?
Okay, Lauren, idea number 3.
That was just like to put. That wasn't a cocktail. Like I would expect. You're 0 for 2 on the cocktails. There's no mixing of things. and I've seen this one play out.
Okay, this is the easiest sangria ever. And the key to a Halloween sangria...
My fun fact, my mom has a giant green bowl. It's this really pale green bowl, not like olive green, not an Ode green. It's not a forest green or neon. It's like this pale blue-green off sea foam pile of who knows what. And the only thing I ever remember her doing with it was making gazpacho and sangria. I would eat the ever-living ass out of gazpacho. However, sangria, bro, the gutter ain't deep enough for that one on my end. I'm gonna take a pea berk real quick. I'm gonna put a couple ice cubes in here because this shit is really, like I said, it's too goddamn sweet. 10 grams of sugar is too much for me per serving, apparently. Maybe I have diabetes or something. That would suck. So, enjoy, actually, you know what? Don't enjoy. Let's go to Brett Keane and let's see what he has to say about RN Raw real quick while I that'd be alright.
I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. The beginning and the end.
The Big Bang is not something from nothing.
Before the Big Bang, there was nothing.
You are telling us that matter arose spontaneously out of nothing.
The laws of nature can create something from nothing.
Literally nothing.
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
What?
Literally nothing.
Nothing.
What
I
an
don't believe that.
absolute... Hold on, sorry. Oh, it did pause. Weird. What an absolutely ridiculous misunderstanding of the concept of the Big Bang. First of all, Brett Keane, yeah, there was nothing. In an essence of that there was nothing discernible within our perceivable universe. The farthest that we can look back is 300,000 years prior to the Big Bang. You've been at this for a while. You should know this. Sorry. But we'll go over it again. I'll stomp the Goomba for just a second before I get into why free college is bad or whatever the fuck this schmuck has to say. So anyway, sorry about the clinkety clank. I usually have not metal can to drink out of. I drink out of a can of dog food. I liquefy it, put a little bit of that jarred gravy on it. Makes a nice treat, you know. Gets the juices flowing if you get the right if you get the dented cans. Ooh, that'll get you smoked. Get the hell out of here. Sorry, alarm. Anyway, so there was actually like nothing prior to the Big Bang. Okay? In a sense that nothing existed. There was no actual, like, true existence. The laws of physics didn't exist prior to, as far as we know, 300,000 years after the Big Bang, simply because all of the matter in the universe, both the light and the dark matter, if that's how you want to classify them, were congealed into the same space, the same mass, the same heat. And that's why the heat is the radiation is actually what we detect. So to say that yes, there was nothing before the Big Bang is technically true, because there was no thing and then everything came into existence. It's not a proof of God, it's just the rhetoric someone like me would use in order to explain the Big Bang and how there was technically nothing from something. And if you want to say that, oh, well, there had to be a cause. No, not really. Well, what that cause doesn't have to be intelligent would then be my counter. So
these beliefs are barking mad.
Let's see.
The Big Bang is not something from nothing.
Before the Big Bang, there was nothing.
I'm talking about nothing. No particles, no radiation, no space, no time,
right.
Even no laws.
Right, nothing.
No
things. No actual things. No physics. Wait, let's try and see what he has to say.
Eternal and exists outside our universe, the same characteristics that God is supposed to have.
The Big Bang is not something from nothing.
Do you really believe that something came from nothing?
How old are these videos, dude? You published this in 2020, and these videos are from what, like... Sorry, my back hurts. These videos are from, like, early 2000s? Maybe? Who?
Yes. Ready?
And you're taking most of everything... You're taking literally everything out of context. Brett, I'm done Stomp the Goomba. Stomp the Goomba's not really that fun. Because, you know what? You're mean and you suck. And it, oops. Oh. I gotta watch her. I got somebody stalking me. Stop stalking me. No, interact. Send me a message. Tell me I'm a piece of shit. Tell me how many AIDS babies I should eat. I don't know. That'd be terrible. To be forced to eat, like, AIDS babies. Ugh. Is it allowed on YouTube? I hope so. We'll find out. I'm going to turn off the dark theme, mainly because I am just so too, device theme, use the lights theme. Yeah, I am so dark, so I'm going to actually, yeah, shut the fuck up. Brett, who cares about anything that you do? Nobody. That's who. Oh. Oh. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to make you watch a Brett Keane video for that long. So we're gonna mosey off. What the hell? Sorry, I got the menu up. And this will be fine. I'll refresh. Hopefully this will go away. Yeah, Oh. Oh, please, no. Please. God, let me... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. My monitor is freaking out. Guys. Oh, kill me now. No. No. Read. Okay. Let's see. No. We gotta fix our, okay. Brightness. Wait. Oh. Meow. Okay. We fixed our brightness with a little bit of weird arm muscle. Hold on. Wait. Ugh. Ew. My arm is so weird looking. Don't look at it. Don't look at my arm. Alright. We got that. We're good. I think. Oh, shit. Shit happens. It's back to where it was. Better lighting. Doesn't matter. Alright. So, what? Huh? Okay.
This is what happens.
I feel like we missed something crucial.
But one of the things the Democrats have been kicking around and around and around is free college for all. College should be free. Debt forgiveness, student loan debt forgiveness. And I'm here to tell you that it's not the... This is what happens when the government gets involved in anything. Okay?
I'm excited.
It's colleges getting a bunch of useless fucking degrees and then having to fund it, charging exorbitant prices because they know they can charge whatever they want and the student will get the loan for whatever they need because the government said every kid deserves to go to college.
Why would they charge exorbitant prices? To whom are they charging? Like, are you talking about they're charging the government then? And then we're paying collectively through our taxes? Because if that's kind of what you're saying, then that kind of falls into why the top 1%, the people who made, like, I don't know, tens of billions of dollars over the last fucking year should maybe pay a little bit more in taxes so that this kind of thing is funded and these people can survive. And guess what? They'll be better workers because they'll be one, well-fed, 2, well-educated, 3, well-supported. And that's what they need. If they don't get that, if we continue the current system in which these students that are apparently computer generated, I don't know, in 19... What the fuck is this? Is this Sim City? Jesus Christ. This looks weird. Alright, so these computer generated images, for whatever reason that they're there, you think it's a better system that they go into bankruptcy and work their entire lives in order to just pay off of their debt instead of them having their education paid for by not only their taxes but the taxes that are on the rich that they actually work for? Because I don't know if you know the difference between a million and a billion, because it's pretty big. I know you know. I know it jostles around that big old head of yours, but hey, again, I'm not one to talk, but at least I understand the concept.
Yeah.
Moving along.
So what did the colleges do? Started offering more programs, and most of them are absolutely useless. College used to just focus on a few core things. There were a few academics, but not much. Normally it was something to once you get out, you get a job in that field.
Yeah, and then a lot of those jobs are gone. And there's a lot of jobs that support jobs that sprung off of those other industries that required managers and maintainers that no longer require the assistance of new graduates. So that particular situation actually happened like over a decade ago. So why are we still pumping new students into college when we don't need new college graduates? It's a great idea.
So anyway, we're gonna
I got
go
an
through
idea.
it now.
Why
This
don't
is
they
the
go
University
to
of
trade school?
Florida. I picked a random university. Okay? I didn't seek it out. This is a random university, and if somebody wants to bitch and complain, I'll pick another
University
random
of Florida.
university.
Well, I want to bitch and complain. No, I
Okay,
don't.
so these are the majors.
Not
Accounting.
worth it.
Okay, that can actually lead you to a
He says before spending like an hour on this dude. I really only want to go until like 9, because there's something else I want to catch,
career.
but I have to get rid of my goddamn Dayquil. I keep wanting to say NyQuil. My Dayquil, because like I can do Dayquil or I can do NyQuil. If I were gonna do NyQuil, it would have been yesterday at 1 p.m. and I would have woken up tomorrow for work. But Dayquil usually puts me to sleep, and I got the tail end of the energy. I also had a little bit of coffee and a bunch of food today, so I'm doing pretty good.
actuarial science.
Hey viewer, leave a comment.
I have no idea what that is. Advanced.
So an actuary is like a bean counter. They are the people that actually focus on the minutia of finance. If you can get a job in actuary, as an actuary, you're set. You can get, depending on where you go. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if what my mama told me was true. Average actuary. Average actuary salary. So yeah, dude, that's not a useless degree. To get at the bottom end, you're earning $43,000 a year. Like that can get you by in Cleveland. Trust me, it can get you by. You have to be really good at your job. You have to be really, really good at math. I suck at math. I need a calculator. I need that motherfucker like stapled into my arm so that I can actually do things. So, actuarial science, yeah, that's extremely valuable because you gotta know where money's flowing, bud, and you can make a lot of money off of that. Also, let's focus on the premise that let's keep in mind the premise that this is all focused on how much money the graduate makes. That is the determinable. That is the standard we are holding ourselves to. So the amount of money that each graduate can make is the standard at which they should be held based off of what they spend on their education, and that should be based. I just don't know. I don't know what he's actually going for. Sorry, I like painted myself into a corner.
Don't think you're going to get a lot of money with that one. Advertising, okay.
Wait. Did you say fuck ceramics, dude?
I have no idea what that is. Advanced engineering ceramics. I don't think you're going to get a lot of money with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. Because ceramics are used a lot in body armor and military armor. So if you look at the ASV, the armored security vehicle, it uses ceramic plates that are extremely expensive, and they're designed to explode apart. If you want to look at something smaller, look at pretty much any military body armor the U.S. has used from, I don't know, 2003, 4, when they started actually issuing it. I don't know when they did that. I'm being a piece of shit. Until 2000. When did I get out? 2016? 16. 2019? Yeah. It's ceramic. It's actually ceramic surrounded by Kevlar fiber, so that the ceramic takes the impact and breaks apart, and then the Kevlar coating or fabric on the outside keeps those shards in, as well as the shards of the bullet, so that they don't spray up into your face and out to others. So it's pretty important there. We're 153 in, and this dude doesn't understand a goddamn thing.
Advertising, okay. I suppose you can make a living off of that. Aerospace engineering, fine. Aerospace leadership, fine. African language and African studies and African American studies. You will never pay off your loan with this guy.
Oh, okay. Don't pay.
Idea.
So a lot of these are like anthropology or archaeology based. So these are majors, minor, major, or minor, major. So these take a lot of prerequisites. You're going to have to go through a lot of study prior to. So if you're going to take African studies as a minor, you're probably going to have to go through things like archaeology, like early anthropology, Egyptian studies, basic chemistry. You're going to have to go through you might have to go through geology courses, simply because you'll have to dig through different layers of soil and know how to dig through them so efficiently so that you can get to a piece of skull that's been sitting there for 20,000 years and maybe be the next big discoverer. There's a lot of things that go into this. You don't just fast track through college. You have to take a ton of bullshit courses, and you have to take a bunch of very, very important courses that are fundamental. The foundational courses. The fundamental courses that make you or help you understand what you're getting into, and the processes that actually help that form the artifacts that or the help form the studies that you're going to bring forth to the scientific community is the best way that I can put it. The most elegant way I can put it. 218. And this guy does not understand college one goddamn bit. He doesn't
It'll
understand
never happen,
schooling.
Okay? And I love how they have the one token white chick there. You'll never make any money. The best you can hope for is to be a professor of African languages.
Probably.
But
man.
there's how many universities and how many students and how many jobs that would fulfill that role.
He doesn't understand the difference between majors and minors. I don't think he does.
Agriculture and natural ethics and policy. That shit's stupid just from the sound of it. You'll never make any.
Yeah, you'll actually make a shitload of money off of that. So, he said it wrong. Agricultural and natural resource ethics and policy. So this is actually a minor, which he doesn't mention. So agricultural and natural resource ethics and policy. It's basically, from what I can glean from the title, it's a way to understand the best way to use the natural resources that are at hand in order to provide the most abundant agricultural yield in such a way that it's unethical, that it's ethical and avoids unethical practices, i.e. like stealing water. Nestle is one big example, and stealing land or polluting land or contributing to runoff. And runoff is a big thing. You have to look into it with the idea of fertilizers from the United States. We over-fertilize. So if you over-fertilize a small bit of land, it's going to run off into the waterways, and it's just going to be there. Those nutrients are going to be there, or they're going to be used, and they're going to be used by the wildlife, and it may not be wildlife you want around. So that's extremely important to understand that it may be beneficial to use more fertilizers, but it may not be ethical in the long run. Hence, Aaron Brockovich.
Money.
I mean, that's a fucking horrible example, but Aaron Brockovich
I don't think so.
did the waterway
Communication. What do they teach you there? How to talk to fucking plants? Agricultural curriculum and development. Outside of an academic career, there's not enough jobs. You'll never make any money. Agricultural education and communication. Stupid.
I can't agree with him that these are stupid, but for communication, you're not going to get a solid career through school. You're going to get a solid career based off of your skills and your abilities. If you are willing to go out and actually get the shots and communicate and do the things that need to be done in order to actually communicate properly the needs of whatever community you're actually advocating for, then yeah, you're going to get ahead. But if you're just doing this for... These are minors. I mean, you could be this is easy. I mean, this is Florida too. So there is a pretty decent amount of land in Florida, and agricultural doesn't just mean it includes animal husbandry, as I believe. I can be corrected. So gators are a big source of food in Florida. So you might be able to get a gator show, or be able to do the thing for your local news broadcast, whatever, local news station. Why am I having such trouble with words? Local news station, in order to actually like put these things to use. And this is such basic stuff. I'm 312 into this, and I've explained how poorly he understands like education. I apologize for that. Hold on. Aww. Let's watch him a little bit while I answer this text message. Would you guys rather... I'll torture you.
Agricultural Operations Management. Most also known as farmers. American Indian and Indigenous Studies. You will never make any money with that.
Why not?
Animal Sciences.
Why not? Why not? Hold on. He said something before. Sorry, I'm trying. I can't do two things at once, so I'm gonna do this. Watch this. Okay, hold on. Get the fuck out of here. Get rid of notifications. Okay. Getting towards the end. Oh, we're getting towards the end. Why are you dumb?
What do they teach you there? How to talk to fucking plants? Agricultural curriculum and development.
It's actually how to, that's another point. It's how to, I don't know if I made this before, actually. It's how to bring issues from the agricultural community, like farmers and ranchers, to the civilian populace, the city folk and the representatives. That's what it is.
Development. Outside of an academic career, there's not enough jobs. You'll never make any money.
Oh, okay.
Agricultural education and communication.
Probably not.
Stupid. Agricultural operations management. Most also known as farmers. American Indian and Indigenous.
No. Agricultural operations management. Like, and it's major. Like you're majoring in managing the operations of a certain area of agricultural development. So basically, you could be a combine brigade manager, and that'd be your agricultural operations management. Is that like, look what she's doing. She's actually like maintaining this vehicle, whatever this is. Whatever, I'm gonna assume it's a vehicle. It's just some kind of engine, but she's maintaining this thing. She's actually doing something. So how is that a useless major? Are you kidding me? On what farm in at least the United States, let's at least say Florida, on what farm are there not machines? And you basically are just bitching because you don't have the skills to outlast this woman? Is that what we got going on?
indigenous studies. You will never make any money with that. Animal sciences. Probably not going to make.
You will make money with animal sciences, but you will not make hey, anybody that's watching, anybody that wants to do anything, do yourselves a favor. Go ahead and thank your vet, because veterinarians are they're not in the best shape. They're a pretty high suicide rate. So yeah, animal sciences, don't shit on it, because look at what this woman has to do. She has to reach down this cow's throat just to find out what's wrong with it, and I'm pretty sure that rancher is gonna be like, oh, it's fun, I'll just clip its tail off and it'll be producing milk in no time. What? So yeah, go ahead and thank your veterinarian, because they have a very high suicide rate. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and it sucks.
Make any money with that. Anthropology, again, outside of a academic career, you're never going to make any fucking money.
Forensic anthropology is a thing. Anthropology, archaeology, you're not going to be Indiana Jones. He's kind of right, but you have to choose the right field. I mean, almost with anything he said, you have to choose the right field. So, like, anthropology, if you want to go through forensic anthropology and, like, identify kings or, like, individuals or bones or pots from thousands of years ago, it depends on where you want to go. Forensic anthropology doesn't only extend to the ancient past, because you can use forensic anthropology, excuse me, sorry, I'm getting cold, forensic anthropology to understand where and what lifestyle an individual had within, say, a couple decades. So let's say a 20-30 year old male that subsisted mostly on junk food is going to have a completely different skeletal structure if they decomposed within the same time as, like, a female that was vegetarian or whatever. It was the complete opposite. So it really depends on where you go. You have to choose the right
applied physiology.
And the problem is that people get pushed in the wrong into the wrong direction. So know what you want. You should know what you want to do before you go to school.
And kinesiology.
Either that, or you should be able to, like,
bullshit.
Like,
so you'll probably make a shit ton
of
money at
things.
Applied theater for health.
Applied theater for health.
This is an actual.
Applied theater for health. That's actually what is it? It's essentially like, that's a certificate. Dude, the certificate program. Certificate program means like you can do a thing, like you can kind of open a business maybe. You can't do shit with it, a certificate. Like, it's a certified program, and it's all it is art therapy. Applied theater for health. So what is it? Interpretive dance, basically. And for me, for my health, for my mental health, I actually stream. This is what I do. I'm 1 minute over, and I should be. I'm gonna be gone. I swear I'm gonna be gone before the 4.5 hour mark. This is what I do, and that's the same thing that she's doing. Just performing and putting yourself out there and doing the thing for your own mental health is better than doing nothing and being a cloister and being down here. Don't sit in the foxhole. Goddamn, you gotta point your fucking head up once in a while. So that's what these people did. These people do. They're the leadership that says, "Hey, man. All right. Hey, let's go. Hey, either you're gonna shoot the enemy or they're gonna shoot you, but otherwise you gotta point your rifle at them. Something's gonna happen." Fuck. I'm only 3 minutes. We're gonna to my viewer. Please send me a peep. Pepe. Poo poo. Sorry. Shit happens. Alright. Let's see. The problem is he doesn't understand any
science.
of these.
Never make a nickel at it.
Yes, you absolutely will. He doesn't go into the minutia of any of these. Environmental science. Yes, you absolutely will. Make money on it, and you will make money on it if we hey psst. You'll make more money on it if we go to a system in where education is fucking paid for. Like, goddamn. How much do I gotta say? Honestly, that was a really bad outro, but I'm gonna roll with it. I can't say anything else about him. Like, you're just wrong. Like, we have the money. If we took the I think it was the 2016 or 2018 military budget increase and applied it to 2-year colleges, we would still have billions of dollars left over. Don't quote me on that, but I'm underestimating everything, but I know that the increase, just the increase, would actually cover education. And for fuck's sake, we need some educated people in this country. I know the right wing is like, oh, we need more charter schools. Why? I'll watch something good. Alright. Kachiga. What's that thing called? Oh wait. I wanted to go to sorry. I took Dayquil at like noon, so I can like survive now. Alright. Dave cooking. Wait, I wanted to go to cooking. Okay, we're gonna not. I'm freaking out. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Control Shift T. Oh, that's what we did. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. Oh, we don't want to go to the stream. Oh. I was sure about to hit the hay. I really want to watch this one, so we'll check it out because John Doyle and racism kind of may go hand in hand. I don't want to spend too much time on it, so we'll do that. I am really tired. I gotta get up. Oh, I'm going to get up. Whew. But we'll see. And this will be the last one. To my... Before we begin...
2, 3!
AIDS. Before we... Goddamn. I don't really want to... Before we begin, John Doyle really has to figure out a new grift, and I don't know if he's doing it right because I've only been paying attention to his detractors, so we're gonna find out what this video is about. This is all off the cuff, and okay.
Hey, when we're older, let's get married. Ha! You can't get married. Why not? Black people can't marry white people.
Hey now.
It's Garnet from Steven Universe.
Kids, don't be racist.
Is this...
Cut. Okay, people, we just need to get coverage. We'll start again in 5.
Did John Doyle make this?
I've ever done. Stuff like this doesn't actually happen in real life. Whoa there. Are you kidding? It totally does.
Just because this has never happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Seriously, I didn't know. Yeah, everyone messes up sometimes. But you gotta realize it hurts to deal with racism. And when people act like it's not real, it makes it feel even worse.
You have to acknowledge racism to work against it.
I always thought in the few clips I ever watched or episodes I ever watched of Steven Universe, I always thought that she was like the anti-racism character. Because she's stoic and I some kind of minority, I guess. I don't fucking know. But I always thought of her as like the, hey, you gotta be logical about this one. So it may not be about you and what you're going through, but you have to understand what they're going through so that you two can understand each other. And Colin Rose, Steven Universe's metal. Metal. Okay. Pay me $100. I'll do that.
Thanks to systemic racism, most of your storytellers prioritize white.
Also, hey, you might watch a lot of Steven Universe
Accomplishments, which leaves you with an income.
What's going on with like the Paper Mario type animation? Is this someone else? Like, is this John Doyle's? Because I'm about to get into some dumb political shit. I'm about to fuck off, kind of.
complete picture. Ask yourself as you're learning
I'm
history,
supposed to be,
who's
watching
telling
the
the
Geek
story?
Room.
Was this modified to make white readers comfortable? Are major details being left out that would credit people of color and center their point of view? Honestly, I should have asked for script approval before agreeing to do this.
Oh, God. Even your sister's repelled by you. I would say repulsed, but I don't think that's a qualifying attribute. It's really hard to Cartoon Network to take him seriously. Like, god damn, dude. Colin, listen to me when I talk about this guy, and think of me as an NCO from how you know me.
John Doyle in. Heck off, commie.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Heck Off Commie, the Generation Z equivalent, the Zoomer equivalent of the baby boomers. I just wanted to grill is now officially I just wanted to watch cartoons. But you can't anymore. You can't just grill. You can't just watch cartoons. You can't sit on the sidelines. Your participation in these narratives will become mandatory, whether that's through propaganda and social engineering, state-mandated diversity training, etc. You will be made to
Slow down, sweetheart.
comply. And the left will say, well, this is actually a good thing because it'll finally solve racism. But the reality is that this exists as the predominant narrative because it makes people a lot of money and it gets them a lot of power. And because this is a narrative that is inherently anti-American. And to this, the left will say, oh, well, so you're admitting that racism in America are
Hang on one second. Not the subtitles. Okay, we're gonna go 0.75 because I literally don't know what the fuck this dude has said for the last.
Whether that's through propaganda and social engineering, state-mandated diversity training, etc., you will be made to comply. And the left will say, well, this is actually a good thing because it'll finally solve racism. But the reality is that this exists as the predominant narrative because it makes people a lot of money and it gets them a lot of power. And because this is a narrative that is inherently anti-American. And to this, the left will say, oh, well, so you're admitting that racism in America are inherently intertwined. That's missing the point. The point is that the solutions, at least the ones that aren't ambiguous grifts, which we'll talk about in a second, but the solutions that are proposed by these activists in terms of policy are all basically state-facilitated redistributions of resources, the methodology of...
So Cartoon Network is a haven for like pushing fragility onto men and women, or
of which being whatever the woke mob deems fitting to solve racism, and that's in terms of
hey man, it's a fucking cartoon. How about you watch it? You know what's a great cartoon? Batman the Animated Series. My favorite part, the best part about Batman the Animated Series is where they go after, or they have to enlist the help of the Gray Ghost. The Gray Ghost is a superhero from Bruce Wayne's past, in which they identify these remote control cars that were used by a pyrotechnics expert and are now being used to demolish buildings and stuff like that. That's pretty sweet. That would be awesome. What are you talking about? Why is your villain...
Job opportunities, educational
your villain
opportunities,
sucks.
And we've gone through in great detail before in other videos about how there's no legitimate evidence for systemic racism in America. But even that aside, if I can embody the archetypal conservative uncle... of resources, the methodology of which being whatever the woke mob deems fitting to solve racism. And that's in terms of wealth, job opportunities, educational opportunities, etc. And we've gone through in great detail before in other videos about how there's no legitimate evidence for systemic racism in America. But even that aside,
there actually is legitimate evidence for systemic racism in America, and it can be easily summed up in one phrase, or one, I guess, diatribe. So, the Civil Rights Act of 1968 was enacted in 1968. So, before then, minorities, people of color, and you might want to call them black people, especially black people or African Americans, however you want to classify the individuals that were discriminated against, weren't able to gain mortgages. So a mortgage is a 30-year mortgage. So in 1968, those minorities were able to gain a 30-year mortgage, and in 1998 they were able to pay it off. In 2008, that debt had been paid off for 10 years. I almost and then 20 years, and there was a continuous degradation of income due to the lack of increase in wages, and the sapping of income from workers via the medical industry being tied to workers' jobs. I know this sounds a little pretty incoherent, but it's all the exact same, and this is exactly why all of this failed. Like, you're not grasping the tailcoats of why you failed. You're embracing the lapels of that failure.
if I can embody the archetypal conservative uncle for a second, the whole point of America is that you should be free to basically do whatever you want in terms of climbing the ladders, making something of yourself, pursuing the American dream, and that you should be free to do that without people coming in and messing up your stuff. But these people don't like America. We know that.
You should be free to do whatever you want within the boundaries of your own personal space, unless you are transgender or gay or against Donald Trump, according to this young individual right here. Honestly, I don't think this is worth my time. John Doyle sucks. He doesn't make any sense. He's repeating the same shit over and over again, and honestly, dude, it doesn't matter the size of the boat. It matters the motion in the ocean. And bro, as a straight man, there ain't no motion in that ocean. Get the fuck over yourself. Act like you've been there before. I'd love to play some music. That would be so sweet if I could. I said I was gonna... I have to complete a promise to somebody and go to the geek room. Soon. At some point very, very soon. Probably within a few days. I'm going to be on here. Either on here or on Twitch with Underhaven. I'm going to work that out. This is just a preemptive strike. we'll find out what happens, and I'll put it up. But I don't think I have the Dayquil left in me to exist. Oh man, I am so sorry to breathe straight in my microphone for the last just like 8 seconds. If there's anything you guys wanted me to see or wanted me to talk about, please let me know. Otherwise, I think I might cut a few tracks or listen to a few tracks and mess off. I'm gonna lay with the pooch. I'm gonna lay with my doggy. He's my sweet boy. We'll listen to the Geek Squad. Where is Alright, about. It was nice talking to you guys. Thank you for everyone that listens, watches, subscribes, comments, and maybe at some point if I get that's another thing. Oh, that's my last thing. I got it. The one. I got the one. So if I want to reach 100 or 150. I would not rather reach 150 subscribers at the end of the year. I'd like to reach 250 subscribers at the end of the year. It doesn't matter what I reach. I need 11 more, and you know what? It'd be nice to be there for a fresh 2021. So anybody that knows anybody that might want to actually enjoy my content, or hell, critique my content and come at me, I don't really even care. So that's all I got. Please don't let me keep you more of your time. Thank you for being here. Oh, did he? Fuck. God, I'm so glad to end that stream. Why do I even fucking do this? Like,